Hello everyone, it's JD Obligation, and today we are doing the finale of Tobot V. Sorry. This is King Fortran, also known as King Quatran. I don't even know why he's called King Quatran. I guess 4, but like, whatever, we're not doing math. But like, I'm gonna call him King Fortran just for the sake of it sounds cooler in my opinion, and the way he looks, it just sounds fitting for him. Now this thing right here is I'll show it this what it does later, but more or less it doesn't really fit anywhere. I would think that it fit on Regent down here, like maybe it'll clip in or anything, but no, look, it doesn't fit in anywhere. So it's sort of the Toki where it doesn't even go anywhere unless you're like the Tobot, the season 1 Tobot V's. But okay, so this guy is a bit overwhelming. He is pretty tall, not as tall as I'm not sure if he is as tall as Big Troll, but well, let's see later if I have to reach my tripod all the way to the max. But anyways, let's start off with looking at Regent. So Regent basically almost looks the exact same as his other variant, which his older is what do you call this? His transforming variant, the one that the oh my god, I can't say words. His DX version, I think. Basically, he's still the same buggy. He's obviously smaller. He got the combiner syndrome where they became smaller. His blue also changed a little bit. It's now a sort of dark sea blue, I think. But in the camera, it looks like an ocean blue, which is pretty. I honestly doesn't really change much. His Toki also changed. It's no longer silver. It's just white. I'm not sure why, but aside from that, yeah, he more or less is just the same. He still holds pretty well, and yeah, that's really about it for Regent. Now let's get Big Boss, who is tremendously different from his DX version. Obviously, first he's green. He's yellow and red. This was black before, and like this was black. The top part here was black. This was green, or a green and white. And that one looks so much better. This one just looks like he's trying to replicate like Bumblebee or something. I don't know, but like, and also of course he became much smaller. But the thing is, I think he got better rolling features because like he can roll pretty well now, and he's also the heaviest of the bunch because he forms the legs. Like you can see the legs down there. Next, let's get Airhide. Airhide is visually the exact same, like size wise, but like he has some minor differences. Like this one, it became taller, which makes him look better. And he's of course the major change. He's no longer a realistic looking plane. He looks like an actual toy plane now, which is saddening. Now the thing is, he looks like a better airplane than this one. Like if this was like Airhide, if he was not a transformer, or if it was like just an actual like plane, like you could fly around, yeah, this would be it. Because like this guy doesn't really transform into anything. He's just, I'll show you what he does later. He got the Captain Jack syndrome. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold up the landing gear, and yeah, that's about it. He more or less just lost all his robot parts, and he became a green 747. And then, last but not least, Power Loader. What happened to you, my friend? You became minuscule. Look at you. You became. Hold on. I just reviewed like the original Power Loader, and he's still on my table. So let me just get him. What happened to you, my friend? You shrinked it to the size of an atom. Look at you. How did you do such a thing? There's no way you can mass shift that tiny. That is actually insane. There's no way. But aside from that, well, he became a richer orange. He's no longer yellow, really. And his black shovel, or his black bucket, became a blue for some reason. That literally looks like a toy. Now, I will give him props. He somehow rolls much better in this form. And he's really light because he forms the arms. Now, let's get on to the combination, shall we? Let's stop wasting time. Now, let's start off with Big Boss. So, to start with Big Boss, first thing what I usually do is there's a little arrow sign that goes here, which you're supposed to slide down the air vents of the bus. And then you're going to take these sides here, and I know this seems very familiar. Bend these out around, tab them, and clip them in. And they'll form, not really the heels, but nah. And then you'll fold down the feet without ratchets this time, for some reason. And then you will, oh god, this is gonna be big. And then you're gonna extend the legs. Basically what happens is that the legs bend down like this. You'll bend the knees forward, and then you'll bring them, you'll keep them in so they'll fit. And then, yeah, you just extend it. And then this will become a front skirt. This will become a butt flap. Split the legs. Come to the back here. Open this up, which will reveal the heels. Pretty big heels, if you ask me. And it doesn't even help really that much. And this is Tobot R, I mean Big Boss in legs mode. And yeah, well, obviously you can see the reference there. Literally mimicked Tobot R. So, well, I like the design at least. It looks pretty interesting. But yeah, it's just Quatran feet. So let's put this off to the side. You can see why they named it Quatran now. Now let's get Regent, who will transform into the torso and head. Now to start this off, you're gonna pull this up. Yeah, you just pull this up. Now it looks like you're supposed to do something here, but you're not. Like, I've tried pulling it apart, but like you really don't do anything with this. I don't know why there's even a hinge there. And then you will fold these out. You'll basically telescope the wheels back. Then this out, which will allow you to bring the King Fortran head up, and you'll clip this in, and then you'll bring this section down like this. And yeah, that's basically it for Regent in this mode. I do like how he basically just folds and the wheels become the back kibble. That's interesting. And then I think the last thing you do is you will fold out the arm ports. And then we'll put this off to the side. Actually, no, we can already start combining this thing. So, where is Big Boss? Now, the way this works is that there is basically Deltatron, the slider right in here. And then there's a connection slider in here. So drop this in, slide it in, although it's not the best. And oh my god, guys, it's Quatran from Tobots. And I'm gonna extend the tripod now because he's getting pretty tall. There we go. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it's off to the side power loader. What you're gonna do is you're gonna basically, remember the power loader video? Basically do this. You form this sort of backpack looking thing. You'll bend this out. You will bend the canopy inwards, split the arms, and then you'll fold out these bits. I like to wedge out the thumbs a little bit. And then you split them, and you got arms. So the way this works is you're gonna drop them in just like this, literally. I'm not kidding. It's that simple. Except when you remove them, careful, because Big Boss kind of likes to split for some reason. It's really annoying. Did I break anything? No, I didn't. Something feels wrong. Oh well. Oh wait, I found the source of the wrongness. There we go. There we go. So, let's do this again. Bring it in. This side goes on this side. And this already looks like a complete Tobot combiner. I should just call this Triton. Anyways, well, obviously we're not done yet. And here comes Airhide, who gets the Captain Jack syndrome. If you don't know what's the Captain Jack syndrome, let's put King Fortran off to the side first. Split. Split. You get parts. And this will basically form a jetpack. You're gonna basically, when you split this apart, there's like a connection beam here, which you will then spread out. And then it'll go like this. Bend the wings up, so the engines are facing down. And yeah, this thing, or the the back half of the 747, you just split it apart. And now, let's get started with combining this thing. Now, to start off with the legs, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, there's two clips in here, or yeah, just two clips. Wait, is this on the right way? Yeah, okay, so yeah, never mind. You get these two clips that are in here, and they'll tab into Big Boss's sides. And they'll not even help. I'm not kidding. Like, they don't really help. They're just there to give him extra bulk. And now, to plug in the jetpack. The jetpack is interesting. So you come into the back. You got two, you got a tab in here, a clip in there, clips in here, and tabs down there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna line them up. You're gonna line them up like, so hard to. This is the worst part about the transformation, just getting this thing. So once you get it together, lined up, clip, tab, tab. And now the finishing touch. You get this thing again. And I know, look, it's very cool. You got red, blue, yellow, green. Plug it in. And this is King Fortran, all in robot mode. And he is tall. Although I'm not sure if he's as tall as Big Troll. I mean, he's shorter than my tripod a little bit, but he's almost as tall. But like, yeah, he's basically a pretty tall Tobot. Just wish Airhide could have done something more other than being a jetpack and extra heals. But aside from that, yeah, he's a pretty nice looking Tobot. He's a pretty nice looking combiner. It's a nice way to finish off Tobot V with a nice looking combiner. And I like his head design here. He literally has a battle mask. So yeah, from what I heard in the show, I'm not kidding. This guy, hold on. Who does this guy sound like again? He sounds like I forgot what he was called. I forgot who he was called. He sounds like a Kainu. A Kainu. He sounds almost like a Kainu in my opinion, which is interesting because unlike a Kainu, this guy is like the most gentle Tobot in the world. He's a fierce fighter, but he's pretty gentle. Now, enough of me just rambling about this guy's design. I have one problem. His legs are super weak. Like his in and out joints, they just collapse whenever the opportunity arises. And the clips of the Airhide, they just snap off way too easily. Same with the jetpack. The jetpack actually also comes out pretty easily. But for articulation, This guy is pretty articulate for a combiner. His head is, well, it can rotate side to side like this. He actually has a ball joint, but like since there's so much stuff in the way, he can't rotate his head all the way. So yeah, his arms rotate around. Well, not 360 because of the wheel, but yeah, they can go forward and back, except they get obstructed by the wings. Unless we could do this. No, not really. That won't even help. That'll make things worse. There, yeah. They can go, well, in and out, except in is really the only way you want them. Well, he already has his elbows out, but you can bend his elbows more. Like this. He can also rotate above the elbow. And the legs. His legs can go forward. Not that much because of the front skirt, but they'll also go back, not much as well. Of course, you have that very weak in and out joint. And you see what I mean? This thing is the most annoying thing in the world. This thing keeps falling everywhere. No matter what you do. If you tap them, well, sometimes if you tap them, they'll come off even. And he actually has an interesting knee joint. He has one knee joint that goes like, actually, I think he has a double jointed knee. He has one knee joint that is not a ratchet. Well, it is a ratchet, but it's like friction ratchet. And then you have this one, which is a full-blown ratchet. So he has a double jointed knee, basically. And then he has the feet, which can go inwards if you press this button. Well, it's pretty useless. And now, let me show you what I like. What's interesting about this guy. You take the chest piece, similar to Titan V. I think you know where this is going. You bring this out. Bring out the handle. Oh my god, it's an axe. Now, unlike Titan V, where you can place the sword in both hands, this guy, if you place it in the right hand, it'll look ugly. So he's technically left-handed. And it's a pretty long-looking axe, too. The problem is, if you try to play with him with it, well, I mean, it won't, like, fall out, but just watch this, watch this. It's stabbed in, right? Watch this. It's like he's literally, this thing is on the verge of breaking. But I mean, if you want some little action thing here, you can. Or if you're just like, he's laying down with his axe, maybe. This guy's so hard to keep on camera. His wings are so big, and he's hitting the camera everywhere. You can even bend the arm like this. So yeah, some chopping action. Maybe he's chopping a tree or a mountain down. And then, yeah, that's honestly really about it for this guy. Let me try to get him into some pose here. Maybe he's holding his sword, his axe. How do you? This is a fist. Yeah, well, you can make this into a sort of fist. Well, he's not the best looking Tobot in the world, but you could do some poses like this. His feet are the problem here, and especially with the in and out joint, yeah, there's no way. But yeah, King Fortran, aside from the price, which is 6,000, which is, yeesh, that is scary. He is really an okay looking Tobot. He's not the best, but not the worst. He's not the best combiner. He's not the worst combiner. For me, honestly, he's better than Titan V, if you're asking me wholeheartedly. But yeah, thank you for joining me on my Tobot V review journey. This is going to be the final video of Tobot V or Galaxy Detectives. I will no longer be reviewing Tobot V toys anymore because of Young Toys discontinued Tobot V. So I'm probably not gonna get any more Tobot V toys unless someone hands me them, which that will take a miracle to happen. So after this video, I will be reviewing the new Tobots XY in Z, and I also have two of the rescue Tobots, Tobot Sen or Tobot P in the English. I don't know why they named it P, but you should have kept Sen, but alright. So Tobot Sen or Tobot P and Tobot Doc or Tobot M. So yeah, I will get to all of them soon, and I'll probably also get Tobot Boom or Tobot L. And then yeah, I also am expecting Triton to arrive soon, and that will just make me cry. Like seeing Triton again. I actually used to have a Triton, but like on my 5th birthday party, my dad gifted it to me. But like the problem is because you know that the original Triton had that problem with his hip joints that like like it's super like tight for some reason. Yeah. Well, 5-year-old me had a like pre-pandemic me had like a super hard like it had a like I had a tantrum, like I had tantrums everywhere. So whenever I would like try to move the ratchet, I would basically destroy Triton. Like I broke off one of the what do you call that, the booster thing, the one that like he uses for the super jump. Yeah, I basically destroyed it. And the only thing left I have intact of that Triton is Y. Like Y is like the red Tobot Y. Like he's literally falling apart, by the way. Like his ratchets are just, he doesn't even have ratchets anymore. The the leg joint, the thigh joint, yeah, it's also broken. Just don't even, I won't even bother with him anymore. But anyway, yeah, once the new Shrine comes in, I'll get to relive my childhood. So yeah, that's really it for King Fortran. And that's it for Tobot V as well. So I'll see you guys in Tobot X's video. So stay tuned for that. And goodbye.